14th November 2019. Today I'll be answering a few questions that I found on the internet about IELTS speaking part 3. So it's gonna be about education. So the first question is what quality do you think a good student needs? Well, I think in order to be a good student, you will have to uh, you will have to be, you will have to be very disciplined, um, very creative, and um, you will have to have an eager to learn. S- So I will get in detail about each quality in order. So the first one is discipline, because I have actually been uh, researching about how human work. Well, and 95% of what people decide to do and actually um, execute it come from their habits. So uh, it is not the matter of motivation that's what gets you do things. It is actually you do it and that you will keep doing it. Like if from the start you wait for when you feel like doing it, then chances are very huge odds that you will never do it. So instead of letting the outside environment control you, why not have the discipline, have the courage to push yourself to do it from the first place, and then it will become easier, and that one day it will become a very fundamental habit of in your daily life, and then you don't have to think it anymore and you can move on to something else. So that's why discipline is very important for a student, because in order for you to be studying for 4 to 5 hours a day, and you will have to build a very strong habit that root into your mind, and you don't have to think about, you don't have to push yourself anymore in the evening every time you learn, but you can just sit down and focus on the task at hand. So I think the discipline is very strong at this one. So the second one I told you is to be creative. Why is creative? Because right now we are live like it's pretty contradicting what I said before, right? Creative and discipline, because um, we are now living in a modern society where everything is um, condensely told to us how we are supposed to do things, and by getting creative, uh, uh, about what to do when you want to achieve a certain goals, you can get a pretty different result than everybody else around you. It may result in a higher um, efficiency of your work, right? So when you think about a problem, try to think about it in different angles, and try to think about it in the most way. Okay, so when you get creative about things, you will uh, um, when you get creative approaching a problem, tackle it from different angle, it will get easier uh, to interpret, understand, and uh, in order and to grabs it, firmly grabs it to have a firm to have a firm grasp on it. Okay, so that is um, creative, and the third one is um, and the third one is to be what was it? What was I talking? The first one disciplines to eager to learn. I think this one is the last and the most important among the three. So why am I so the being eager to learn, I think is the most important because even if you don't have this trait alone can make you a great student. I mean, when you have the eager to learn, chances are you will. I mean, if you only have the eager to learn, but you don't have discipline and you don't have the creative, then you will. It will be easy for you to quit, and you will be easy to be frustrated and give up. So yeah, I think all three needed to be a good student. So, but I do think that the eager to learn is the most important thing because it is what motivate us. It is what motivates us in the beginning of when we when we start when we start our journey. So when you're eager to learn, what I mean is you will be actively searching for informations and actively processing it and try to connect all the constellation to give out a uh, usable knowledge, usable experience to reapply it into your daily or into your next research. For example, if you find out that 1 plus 1 is 2, then the next time when you see 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, you can turn it into 2 plus 2, and it will be a shorter question and easier to interpret and easier to give out the result. So when you are eager to learn, you don't have to wait for the teachers to guide you. You don't have to wait for the teachers to tell you what to do. You are actively searching for the most efficient, searching for the most um, interesting knowledge, interesting experience, interesting um, methods means uh, to boost your capability uh, to boost your capability. Okay, right? So yeah, I think eager to learn is very important. Thank you.